Hello guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Ngalo J. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is feeling okay today. In this video, we shall be talking about certain information and documents that you need to have before or when you are filling your DS260 form. So but before we dive into that, I just want to draw attention to the fact that as soon as you realize that you have won the DV lottery, if you don't have a passport, please, it is amongst the first documents for you to get, right? Because for the other documents like your school certificates, your work documents, we assume that you already have them with you. But if you don't have a passport, then you need to have a passport, because without it, you won't be able to submit your application when you're done filling. You need to include your information on your passport. All right. So what are some of these information and documents that you need to have when you're filling your DS260 form, and why do I suggest that you should have this? So it's because when you have these documents, you fill in the information correctly, so you minimize the errors that you're going to make on your DS260 form. And when you fill your DS260 form correctly, I bet you that is one step of you getting closer to having your DV visa. All right, so by the way, I wish everyone good luck. So document number one that you should have, I already said it, is your passport, right? So the passport, you will use the passport because you're going to fill your personal information. That's your name, your date of birth, where you were born, and you need to write your name, date of birth exactly as it is written in the passport. So if on my passport my surname is Ngalo, it means that on the DS260 form, for the place of surname, I need to put Ngalo. If my given name on my passport is Justine, on the DS260 form where there is given name, that's where I need to put Justine. This is just an example. Okay, so it is very, very important for you to have your passport, because you'll be writing your name on the DS260 exactly as it appears in your travel document. In this case is the passport. Also, the passport is going to give you your passport number. It's a requirement. You must fill it before you can submit. The passport number, date of issue, and date of expiration. And if you have family members too, they also need their own passport information, and you fill their own form just like you do for yourself. Another important, this one is an information, are your addresses. The present address where you live, that one you don't need to look for it, you already know it. And what you need to write down are your previous addresses. So you begin, let's say you're living in point A right now, that's the address for point A. You go from point A, you were coming from maybe point B. From point B, you had lived in point C, and so on. So you need to write all the different addresses where you lived when you were more than 16 years old. I mean, when they say live, it means you were living there permanently as a home. You were not just there for vacation or for a brief visit, right? Yes, so wherever you have lived, you have to get those addresses. So it will be important that you take a piece of pen and a paper and you write out these addresses correctly and in the correct order where you live, the different dates. All right, that's the name of the place and the dates. You live there from this time to this time, because those are the information that you have to fill on the DS260 form. And it will be the same for anybody who is in your case who is more than 16 years old. All right. The other information related to this one now is the address of your parents. That's if their address have changed. Then you put the address of your parents, and the address of the parents and their name and their date and places of birth. It's true that some of us, we don't even know the dates and places of birth of some of our parents. Yes, some people don't know. So you just try to get those information. You lay your hands on what you can get. But if really you cannot have then you write there that you don't know. Okay, so that is it. But if you can lay hands on, then it will be good for you to do that. Another important information that you need to know and to write down is your social media accounts. All right, yes, so some of you have so many social media accounts: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the rest. So you write for each one, and then you write the name of the account. So you see that when you have this information in place, it is easy for you to fill your form, right? And with less errors. Then, very important now, you need to know the address of your host. Your host is the person that shall be receiving you in the United States of America. Remember that you're filling the DS-260 form. You're applying for the visa to travel to the United States. So where are you going to live? That is the address that they need. It's very, very important. So if your host can give you his name, his phone number, that will be good. But if it does not give, at least you should have the address. They need the address. And if it is not this address where you want them to send your social security card or your green card, then you need to provide a second address. So you need to get that information too and have it handy when you're filling your form. But if where you're going to stay is where you want them to send your green card and your social security card, then you don't need any second address. I hope it is clear. All right. Then obviously you need your work documents, because you need to fill in the dates that you start working, the name of your employer, institution, so that you write it out clearly without mistakes. You also need your education requirements, your certificates, because you need to include you will require to fill in, those dates. You need to put them down. And if you have ever traveled out of or to the United States, you need the dates of traveling or the number of your visa number, the information about the visa, right? You need to include it. So these are just some of the documents and important information that I think that you need to have while you are filling the form, or even before you even start to fill it out properly, in order to maximize your chances of getting your visa. Thank you so much for watching, and share this video please, so that it gets to people who are in need. Don't forget to boost up the like button for me. See you in another video, and remain blessed.